tail rotor. I'm going to have to land it." "You can't." Holly's calm words helped settle her racing pulse. A fraction. "Claire's most likely going to die if we don't get her to the hospital." The wind threw them into a rapid descent, sending Penny's stomach with it. The chopper wasn't spinning, so the tail rotor wasn't completely damaged, but something was definitely, desperately wrong. "I don't have a choice." They would all die if she didn't do something now. She keyed her microphone and advised air traffic control of the emergency and their approximate location. "Breaking up. Please repeat." Penny did, and got silence for her efforts. "Mayday, mayday! Anyone there?" Nothing. She was out of time. The instrument panel flashed and went dark. "No, don't do that. You're not supposed to do that." "Do what?" Holly yelled. Penny ignored her and got a grip on her fear while she tried to make out the fast-approaching ground amid flashes of lightning. The last one allowed her to spot a small neighborhood with a row of houses farther down the side of the mountain. At least, she thought that's what she saw. The storm was now raging, visibility practically nil. She would have to go by the memory of the brief glances. The top of the mountain had looked flat, with a bare area where she thought she could safely land, or at least not crash into trees or homes. The throttle was set, controlled by the governor. Now, all she had to do was point the nose of the chopper downward to keep them from entering an out-of-control spin. "Come on, girl. You can do this," she muttered. "We can do this, just a little farther." The trees were somewhere straight ahead. The loose watch on her left wrist bounced against her skin in time with the movement of the chopper. "Penny," Holly's tightly held fear bled through her voice. "Tell me what we're doing." "Just focus on your patient, and I'll get us on the ground. We're going to be fine." "Please, God, let us be okay, please." She'd trained for this. Over and over she'd practiced what to do if she lost a tail rotor or had engine issues or whatever. The engine was still good, and a Messerschmitt Bolko Blohm could perform amazing aerobatic maneuvers when called on. For a brief moment, her panel flickered to life, and she quickly checked her altitude and airspeed. So far, so good. For now. "I can do this," she whispered. "Come on, Betty Sue. Please, don't quit on me now." They'd all trained for situations like this, mostly focusing on how to keep the patient stable in the midst of an emergency landing. Landing, please, not a crash. When her panel fluttered, then went dark once more, she groaned and squinted through the glass. More thunder shook the air around them, but the nonstop lightning was going to be what saved them. The landing spot she'd picked out wasn't perfect, but it would have to do. At least it was mostly flat and big. "Brace yourselves," she said. "It's going to be a rough landing, but we are going to walk away from this. All of us." The tops of the trees were closer than she'd like, but the small opening just beyond them was within reach. Almost there. A gust of wind whipped hard against her, and debris crashed into the windshield, spreading the cracks. Penny let out a screech, but kept her grip steady. "Come on, come on." She maneuvered the controls, keeping an eye on the trees through the cracked windshield. Okay, the tail rotor was responding somewhat. That would help. "We're going to have a hard bounce. Be ready." She whooshed past the trees, their tips scraping the underbelly of the chopper, but she cleared them. Her heart pounded in her ears. Down. Down. The helicopter tilted, the right landing skid hitting first and sliding across the rocky ground. A scream came from the back, and supplies flew through the cabin. Something slammed into the side of Penny's helmet, and she flinched and pushed hard on the collective, angling the rotors, desperate to get both skids on the ground. They bounced